Hello Norrathians, this is Vass, and I am in the Neriak portion of the Six Flags Over Norrath build. In the previous episode, we had made some pathing. We continued to work on the go-kart track, and we also worked on the haunted hayride, the haunted pumpkin patch. For this one, I still need to get a couple more hedge seeds. Haven't done that, I totally forgot. And it will be almost complete. Eventually I want to switch out the regular scarecrow, or regular crow plushie for a scarecrow plushie. But other than that, I think we're pretty good on this part. I ended the previous video live stream with doing the swamp area, continuing the swamp area, which I've got the gypsy area set up here, and I set up Serpent Sam's hut, and Serpent Sam will be doing the poisons and potions, so that's what's going to go in this shop. And then I started working on this next building, which is a shop that is going to be a haunted doll shop. So, and I also moved the zombie coffee over to this area, and I put in the bone bridge to go across to the other side. And my intentions are to block this area off so you can't go around this way, but have a path coming through here, and then over on this side having a path coming through here to line up to the go-karts, and around the building to the back side, which is where I plan on putting the restaurant. So for this episode, the first thing I want to start with is the hut, the haunted doll shop. I've got one row of books in place. I've got the tops on, the triangle pieces on, so I can follow those up. And now it's just a matter of copying everything and moving it into the appropriate spot. So that is what I plan on working on today. To start with, I might do some more stuff with the Neriak tunnelers, the go-kart track, but for now I want to work on this portion. So I am going to go inside because it should be easier for me to reach the books without hitting the tree. So I've got my initial save. So now I just need to move the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe it was 9. Yep. So I've got those 9 moved. I've got my other books over here. And I've got spiders on my screen. Okay, so I started off with the original 9 and I've moved an additional 18 so I can get 2 rows over here at one time. It's a lot to work with on the layout editor, but hopefully I can do it without messing up. So I got my second save. Now I can Alt tab over to my layout editor. Just gonna go to new from diff to make sure Neriak is still selected. It is. And I'm going to sort by scale. That way I have my larger books at the top. And this one's not going below, so I don't have a scroll bar, so I think I should be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy that first one. I'm gonna go down to the first one. I'm gonna click on that one to highlight that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So then this one I'm gonna hold down Control and click, and then I'm gonna right click and paste the info. So now these have the exact location as that first one. And I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. Copy that one. Go right below the other one that's a 3 and the third one that's a 3 there. Oops. Paste that. Now I'm on my third. It's just keeping track of it now. Sorry, this is the boring part, but when it's all done, it will look great. Or at least I'm hoping it looks great. And that should have been the fourth one, so now I'm on the fifth. One, two, three, four, five, six. Seven. Okay, so this is the 9th one, so I can remember. And now it's just getting that last one. Okay, so now that I've got those all set, I'm just going to do ones and these just to keep myself organized. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, and then 2. And these are just notes. You have a notes column that you can put information in. So I'm going to apply, save, and load. And now they're all stacked on top of each other. If you can tell, they got a little bit lighter because they're all stacked in the same location. Okay, so for ones and twos, I'm going to highlight all of those. And let's see, let's do, I don't know the exact direction I'm going to go, so let's do, or the exact movement, so let's do 0.3, let's do 0.5, Actually, since they're at a scale of, let's do 1. And I want to go south. So 1 south and then 1 up. Let's see how that turns out. It's way too far. So let's grab our 1s and 2s again. And this time, let's do 0.5 north and down. Okay, so there's still a gap there. So let's highlight our 1s and 2s again, and we will do 0.2 north and down. Okay, so they are overlapping now, which is good. That's what I wanted. It's a little bit too much, so we'll highlight again. 0.1 up and south. And that's too far. Never fails, huh? So 0.5 down and north. Okay, 0.5 works. So if I remember correctly, it should be 0.25 up and south. So now let's do the same thing with just the number 2s. So 0.25 up and south. Actually, it might have been 0.35. So let's do a 0.1 up and south. Yep, so it's 0.35 to get it to where I want it. Now technically, I could go the extra step and kind of stagger these. It wouldn't be easy to do. But basically, have this book turned upright and have the next book shifted over. That way these golden triangle pieces will be staggered from each other all the way up. It would put a solid edge on there, which would be fine because I was thinking of covering up the edge with some railing. But that's maybe. It's not a definite. So now I've got that into place. Let's go ahead and save that. And you know, I don't think I've got an overall save since I've been in here. So let's do that while we can. So let's do Six Flags, Neriak, 4. Okay, so if I need to, I can always revert back to that. So if I make a mistake somewhere or stuff, I come in and find stuff disappearing, I can revert back to that if I need to. Something like that. So now I've got my initial save. Now I need to move these. I'm not sure how many books I have left, so I'm just going to do one row at a time. I could technically do all three of these rows and do the 0.35 up and to the south 3 times, and it will match those 3 rows up above it. But I'm not sure exactly how many books I have over here. I'll probably have to go get more books. And I know I'll have to go get more books unless I have some on me. Okay, that's 9. It looks like I have at least 9 more. So 1, 3, okay, so get my second save. Okay, and flip over to the layout editor. It should look the same minus the 1s and 2s. There we go. So now we're going to put the larger scales at the top. And to make it easy on ourselves, we'll move that last one, excuse me, so we know where to stop. Should be obvious, but it's just a little tip to help. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Control and click and paste those. And you can always double check the numbers. The numbers up here should match. So if you ever get lost, you can double check the last one you did. So I'm copying that one and going up under the one that's got the 3 already, because we know that one's been pasted already. I wish you could select multiple at a time. Like select all these and then select all these and just hit paste. That way it would copy all those and paste them all there. But unfortunately it doesn't. There is a duplicate function, but I don't like using it because of the fact that it works best with the moving crate. And I have so many problems with things being pulled from the house that are instead of the moving crate that I don't like using the moving crate technique. Ah. Six. Copy those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8. And number 9. Okay, and again, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's number 10. We'll put a 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll put a 2 there. That way, know everything here down is 1s, everything here down is 2s. Okay, so now we should be able to highlight all of those and do 0.35 up and south, and then highlight just the 2s, and the same thing up and south. Load that in, and there we go. We've got our next 2 rows. So we've got 5 rows so far, which is about halfway. So I'll need 90 more books for here and 180 for the other side. Now these books are at their max, so they don't get as big as some of the books that you've seen me working with. But one of the reasons why I chose to use the books is it is a separate item, a separate count inside the house. It gives a nice look, and these particular books have a weird shape to them, so they aren't used that often, but I think that they would work good for this build. Excuse me just a second. Okay, so I need more of the creature catalog. So let's see, Antonica creature catalog. I'm going to pop this one up on my screen, and I'm going to search to see if I have any. I have some bag 1 slot 36. So if I go to bag 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 22. I have 1. Might as well go ahead and put it down. I've got to go get some more. So I am going to go out, get some more of those books, and stop off in the dungeon. Okay. And a new project that I'm going to be working on with Planet Coaster is I'm going to create parks, separate parks that will be themed around the cities of Norrath. So I will create a park where in the center it will be the Kinos Castle, and it'll have a moat around it. And I will try to do as many of these buildings as I can. So that's something that I'll probably be live streaming soon. If I remember correctly, it's the yellow portal. Haha. Okay, Antonica creature cataloging. So let's go ahead and get 300. Azurite was just talking to me, so it's funny I meet her here. Let's jump in the dungeon. Let's see, which dungeon did I need to go in? My scare dungeon. Grab a couple of these head seeds. I should have a few of them in there. Oh, I don't have music playing. I just realized that. Let me get some music going. Okay, so do these stack? They do. I might as well go ahead and get all of them just in case I need them. I only have, what, 5? Yep, just 5. Might have some more in here somewhere, but I don't know. Let's see, can I... Yes, I can pick these up. Might already have some on me. Nope. Okay, so that's in place. And let's go ahead and grab you. And you're just a regular crow plushie, right? Yes. I think I'm gonna have to get scarecrow plushies this year. And the bad thing is this little guy isn't a plushie. because I would have loved to have used him in there. And this guy is not a plushie. There is a plushie version of him, and I do have the plushie version. I need to get some more sweeping shadows this year too. I think I only have a few of those. And this is the hinged one, yeah. Okay, good. So I need one of you. I will need some of the paintings and stuff later, but I'm okay for now. I've got tons of the chandeliers, so I'm good there. I don't think I want to put any screech boxes. Okay, everyone cover your ears. So I got a stack of them over there. I don't put them at the entrance anymore because of the fact that they're so loud. And these are some items that I just need to sort through and move to the appropriate dungeon, because they shouldn't be in here. I just wanted to double check, see if there was anything else in here that I can use. I gotta remember there's some door knockers in my scare dungeon. And these are owned by people, so I have to either send it to them or have them come pick it up themselves. Just to reorganize stuff. And some of this stuff is like collection rewards and so on. I will be needing one of you at least. A couple of you probably. And this one doesn't have the face on the back, but it has the eyes on the front. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm done in here, so let's go ahead. Let's get rid of that because I don't need it anymore and exit out. Get some coffee here. And should be able to go straight to my guild hall from here. Trying to think if there's anything I need to craft since I'm in here. Yes. some Halasian rails. Okay, where are you? Probably past you already. Teak, Fulganite, Sandalwood, Halasian. There we go. Let's get 10. No. Don't need that many. I'll probably only need, well, yeah, I'll probably need 10. Because if I have to make them small, I might not have to, but if I have to make them small. See, scintillating. Let's do 10 of those. Okay, and Halasian stairs. Let's get, let's see, I'm gonna need more of the Halasian stairs, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's do 25. Okay, so that's done. Let's go back in there and get back to work. And since I'm going to be working over there, I'm just going to pick these up. Open this up, drag them to my hotbar. And before I forget, let's go finish up our trees. Or our shrubs. Okay, that needs to come out further. There we go. I'm glad I brought extras because I'm gonna need at least the one more. Okay, you can't see through there, so that's good. Okay, this needs to go back some. That way there's enough room for what would be that cart going through. Okay, so that's done. Now let's go back. Through the swamp. And let's put some books down. Trying to put them down as quickly as possible, but if you go too quick, you will actually still have the other one that hasn't settled, and it will move it rather than a new one from your bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm doing them in rows of 9. Because the finished product is going to be in rows of 9. Oops, see it moved that one. Went a little bit too quick on it. And sometimes it will glitch out on you and say that you're already moving that object, and then you won't be able to move it. You'd have to basically put it back in your bag and try another one. I feel like I've got a sneeze coming on, but it's not there yet. Oh, moved it a little too quick. It's the only thing. A lot of people are like, why don't we have a drop all? And just drag the icon to the ground and it'll put them all down there. It'd be nice, but honestly, I couldn't see it happening because what would they do? Go all to the same spot where you pointed your cursor? And then you'd have to separate them all if you were trying to use one at a time or something. And of course I saved Neriak to the end because I wanted it to be a creepy area and get me in the mood for Halloween, Nights of the Dead in game on EverQuest 2, which is my favorite holiday event celebration in EverQuest 2. I do get bored with some of the old quests. I don't want them to disappear because I do like being able to go and run the hedge maze over and over and get those hedge seeds and so on. Raven plushies, which I've never actually used. I've got them in my bag and I probably will use. But I have never actually, I don't think I've ever used them in a house. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have done this off screen. That way it wouldn't be so boring. Too late now. But at least this way you get to see the process. what it takes to do the house. A lot more work goes into the decorating than some people think. One of the things I wish that they would put in the game is more merchants like the Shady Swashbuckler that's on the Nectula stocks. Because if they did that and had it to where whenever you finished quests, which some of the zones have it, but where you would finish a quest and it gives you a house item as a reward. If you want more of that particular house item, you can just go back to that merchant and buy it from that merchant, because the quest you can only do once most of the time. So then, you know, if you're doing a quest that's like level 110 and it gives a house reward item that you want multiples of, like let's say a dining chair, what are you going to do with one dining chair? You're probably not going to use one dining chair. You would use 2 or 4, but not normally one dining chair, unless you're going to use it as a desk chair. But if it's like level 110 and you've done the quest and you can't get it anymore, or collection for that matter, the only way to get more of those is to create an alternate character, and then have the alternate character, if they're not level 110, they need to level up to level 110 just to be able to do that one quest for the one house item. The only other option is checking to see if somebody had done the quest and doesn't want the item and is selling it. But it's gotten to the point where, since the levels are getting higher and higher, a lot of the people that don't really want the house items are putting them on the marketplace for so much money. It costs a ton of plat to buy things. And some of it's just stupid, because some of it people will put a house item that's a quest reward from a level 15 quest. Level 15 you can have in an hour. So a level 15 quest reward, and they'll put it on the broker for 100,000 plat. And it's like, you sell it to a merchant for 3 copper. And it's ridiculous. Okay, I've got a nice row to start with. Excuse me just a second. Okay, sorry. I knew a sneeze was gonna come eventually. Okay, so let's clear the chat. Get a save. And I'm going to do the same process I did before. I might do a third row. Just the more you do, the more complex it can be. And the only reason why I am moving these up is I got my initial save, and I'm moving these up to a different location. It could be anything. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can move them up, down, you can roll them, rotate them, pitch them, anything really. And then save your second save. And when you compare the two in the layout editor, it compares a difference between all the items in the first save to all the items in the second save. So if something was moved or increased in scale or anything like that, it will get that difference and know that those are the items that you are working with. In Jezder's and Jezebel's training video, they discussed the save with, save without, and working. But basically the save with is everything's put down, you're saving it. The save without is where you actually pick things up and put them in the moving crate. And since I don't like using the moving crate, I don't use that method. I came up with my own, which works the same way. It's just comparing a difference. There are some aspects of the layout editor that, there's my second save, which is Neriak 2. There's some aspects of the layout editor that require it going into the moving crate to do it. But most of the time when I'm going to do something like that, I will try to use items that are not already in the house. Even if it's not going to be the item I'm using. Let's say I'm using stairs to make a spiral staircase, and I'm going to use Hollis wood, but I've used Hollis woods on a regular staircase somewhere else in the house. If I use it, put the stairs into the moving crate, and then do my spiral staircase and tell it to use it from the crate, it doesn't always use it from the crate. I don't know why, but it will pull it from other portions of the house, like the regular staircase I made. And then I've got holes in that staircase because it pulled those items and it left the ones in the crate. So, and it changed the numbers, the location information from the ones that were on the regular staircase, so I have to redo the regular staircase. So instead of it creating more work for myself, I would use a granite stair to make the spiral staircase, and then it wouldn't be pulling it from the regular staircase. And then after I've got the spiral staircase made, then I can just copy the information from those granite stairs and paste it to the Hollis stairs, and then just pack the granite in the crate, or move it up out of the way, something like that. That way I can easily grab it and pick it up and put it in my bags, so on. And that will leave the Hollis stairs on the regular staircase, but it will put the Hollis stairs that I copied the granite stairs from into that location of the granite stairs, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, so I've got my save. I did 3 rows. So let's bring up the layout editor. Now I've got a scroll bar. That's where it starts getting difficult. It's because you've got to... So I'm going to sort, put all my larger numbers at the top. just gonna do that. And I know there's 9, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's my first set of 9, my second set of 9, and then my third set of 9. Just to make it easier for myself. So then I copy the first one. And you can do 1A, 2A, or yeah, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, so on, to B, 1B, 2B. You can use B's. You can do asterisks. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. It's your notes, and it just helps you stay organized. Because that's all this is an organizational tool. Okay, so that's my first one. And I'm going to copy my second one, do the same things down here. Now technically I could just hold down this control button, minus the fact of sticky keys and so on. But I could click that one, third one, copy, hold down my control, and then click the other ones, and it'll keep that one highlighted. It'll paste it to that one too, but it's the same number I just copied, so it doesn't matter. And that will leave me knowing where I left off. So then I can just go below it. So 4, copy that one, and control. Now I'm getting to the scroll. And right click, paste. Next one, copy. Control button, 1, 2, scroll it down, and 3, paste. Let's see, here we go, control, and control, paste them, and I could just use control C, control V, but I like doing it this way whenever I'm showing the layout editor, because it helps people to actually see what I'm doing. I'm copying the location info. Okay, 2 left to go. This one, so copy. This one, and this one. Now my last one. Okay, so I've got all those copied. Now I am going to highlight all my 1s, 2s, and 3s all the way down. And I still have it set at 0.35, which is what I need. And I need to go up and south. Okay, so that's going to move all of these books to the location I want this row to be. So now I'm going to get rid of my 1. So I'm holding control and unselecting by clicking. Or you can just click on 2 and scroll down to 3. And up and south, and then the same thing with the 3s. Now you know why I did my 2 and my 3 and 1, so I can quickly see what I'm doing. So up and south. Save that, and we'll load it in game. Okay, they have moved from here. Now to go double check our work, and there they are. I think it looks really cool, and it should be just 2 more rows. If I need to move everything up, I will, but I'm thinking it'll be just 2 more rows, maybe 3. I'm hoping it'll just be 2, because that's what I was planning on. But I do have extra in case I need them. So this time we will do 2 rows. I'm going to get a new fresh save, which is my Neriak 1. Okay, so those are moved. Now I need to move these. Now what I might do is, for the other side, I might do a duplicate. I don't normally do it, but I don't have these books used anywhere else in the house. So it might be a good way of showing you, hopefully, the proper use of using, how it's intended to be used. The duplicate function. Okay, second save, Neriak 2. Back to my layout editor, load them. There's 27. And change it to where my 3s are at the top. And there's 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that one is my second ones. Now from here, it doesn't matter how you do it. You could start with this one and do all the bottom ones and work your way up. It doesn't matter as long as you stay consistent. If you do accidentally mess up and let's say you skip that one and you paste it here, that's fine. On your next one, just paste it on that one that you missed, and then you're good. So copy that, and I'm going to select that one, and oops, not that one, that one. And I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly. different numbers. Okay, that one's not a different yes, there we go. 90 and negative. Okay. And then these are the same numbers. Nope. 3 and 5. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4th from the bottom. Good. I'm still on track. And my last one. Okay, highlight all my 1s and 2s. 0.35 up and south. Highlight just my 2s. Up and south. Apply, save all. And load. They all disappear from here and go where they're supposed to go. So I should have all of those in place now. Thought for a moment I had some shimmer. Oh, I have books that are disappearing. That's what's happening. Oh, I should be able to fix that with no problem. And we'll just move them all. It does happen sometimes. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up there to show you, because we cannot fly in this house. I am just going to use this as a ladder. Okay, so, oops, you fall through them. But if you look over in the bottom left corner, a lot of times these will start to disappear. I don't see them doing it now. Okay, so maybe it's good. Let's go ahead and pick this one up. And let's see, for the top, that came out pretty good. Pretty good. It's gonna have a little bit of a gap, which is okay because I can use my railing across the top. So that should work. So I've got those in. Excuse me just a moment. Okay, so let's see, we've got $90 books there, right? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, and it's 9 across, and 90 books. So I'll need 90 books for the other side. So let's save that. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more row put down. Hi, Kian. Sorry, just saw your message there. Are you streaming, Kian? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Glad I double checked. Okay, so all of those are there. So I am going to put that one, do an initial save, and I'm actually going to go ahead and save my Six Flags Neriak 4 again, just to be on the safe side in case I need to come back. Okay, so now I'm going to right click and place in crate. And it just seems like it's more time consuming because you have to right click on all of these and pack them in the crate. So using the crate for like the duplicate feature and stuff seems like it would just take a lot longer than just moving it up and letting go of it. I guess it's the same. Did I pick it up or did I? No. I'll pack it in the crate just in case so it's there. Oh, come on, this is so slow. Now, the only thing that I am worried about is I think I have to do it all at the same time. All 90 of those have to be done at the same time, because if I do, let's say, one row at a time, I do 9. Instead of it pulling it from the grate, it might pull from one of the other rows that are already set on the house. But if this does not work, I can go back. Dun, dun, dun. And one of my original favorite shows to watch has returned. Sounds funny, but I used to watch Ghost Hunters all the time. Loved the show. And then they stopped, went off, canceled it. For a while they did it without Grant, but now it is back, and it's like been 2 years, and Grant is back, but he has a whole new team, so I don't know what's going on. I know Grant and Jay were best friends, and they did the show together, and now it's just Grant, and he has a whole new team. He doesn't have Steve or anyone else with him from the original series. So I'm not sure if they just didn't want to continue when he came back. I know it was getting stressful for him to do, so I think that was why he left. It was just too much having a family life with a wife and kids, and doing shows where you're out late at night going to different cities and stuff like that all the time. But the fact that he's back and no one else is back, it's just got me concerned. I hope the series still does good and it stays, because I really liked the series. I just don't know if others are going to come back, if they're going to be guest stars, or if the TAPS team has split and now it's no longer TAPS and it's like TAPS and Ghost Hunter crew. I mean, yesterday was the first episode of the new season, or the returning season. So there's a lot up in the air right now. Okay, so I've got all those books in the crate. Now, let's see. First, I gotta get familiar with this because I haven't done it in a long time. Okay, so basically it's Control D, which is duplicate. So what I want to do... Okay, so if I get a new save, and then I move all these books, which is going to be a pain. I mean, if it works, great. It'll be a lot easier. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to go back to doing what I was originally doing. This is really hard to see these. Oh, not that. In the end, there should be 90 in my list, because it's 10 rows of 9. I should have took a quick break before this. My hand is gonna hurt. I guess I could do it from beneath them and looking up. I might do that on these last ones because it's going to get to the point where I can barely grab it. It's already kind of getting that way. Oh, I knew it was going to grab something else, being zoomed in all the way. I do apologize. I am trying to move all these books as quickly as I can. I am almost done. I think it's just 2 more rows. I think I removed that one, but it doesn't hurt to move it again. I got 2. Okay, 90. Good. So if I copy all those, let's deselect this to make sure. And then I edit, duplicate. Okay, it says I now have 180, which these are added by duplicate. So that's good. Okay, so if I take those and I rotate them 180. Oh wait, nope, can't do it that way. Got to, well, first off, let's make sure they're all here. It does look like there's 2 there because it looks lighter than it was. So if I scroll this one down, yes, there's another one underneath. Okay, hitting escape. So those are done. So now I need to select all the ones that I used for the duplicate. Okay, group, modify. Angle to rotate around 180 degrees. And rotate point. I kinda need to be in the center of this thing. That looks pretty good. Let's go there. So -1 or -534. -534. And 70. So -70. Rotate. Please work. And you know what? Before I load that in, I'm gonna go back. And get another save point. Let's see, Six Flags, Neriak. We'll change that 4 to a 5. So I got another save point. That way, if it does not work out, I can save it to where they're all duplicated on top of each other. So that is saved. Now if I load my 3, it worked. It's just a matter of moving it into place. Yay! Yay! That worked good. It's a little too far out. I wasn't really centered. That's okay. So now the ones that are added by duplicate, let's take just those and let's see. I need to definitely bring them west. Let's do 1, 2, 3 west. Okay, let's do one more west. And then north. Let's do 0.5 north. Okay, 1 to the west was too far. Let's do 0.5 east. I'm so excited it worked. Now, if there would have been more of these Antonica creature catalogs somewhere else in the house, when I did that to create the duplicates, instead of it pulling it from the moving crate, it could have pulled it from another building. So that's where the problems happen. And then you have to go back and replace the missing ones with the ones from the moving crate, which makes it more work than it's worth. Okay, let's do 0.5 north. Okay, 0.5 was too far. So let's do 0.2 south. And it actually, I think, can go a little bit further. I can find out by raising this. Yep, it comes up on that side first. So now let's do 0.1 south. Okay, that's better. Okay, it still looks like it comes up on that side first mostly, but it's very little amount. So it looks more on that side than the other side, but that's a very small amount. So we will do 0.01 south and 0.1 west, because it does need to come this way some. And 0.1 was too far. Go figure. Oh, I do too. Ghost Hunters International was awesome. But yeah, I love Ghost Hunters and Ghost Hunters International, and after the crew broke up, it was like, oh my god, they're gone, they're gone, but they came back For a while they did it without Grant, because Grant left. It was too much, and he said that, with his family and everything, he couldn't do it. And they continued on for a little bit without him, finished up the season. But now Grant is back, and last night was their first episode, and it's on A&E now instead of Sci-Fi. So I had to change my settings to record off of A&E. But Grant is back, but Jay is not. And Steve isn't there, and Grant has a whole new crew with him. They seem really nice. It was an okay first episode. But I miss the old crew. I really liked Steve and the rest of them. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. But I really liked the old crew. I really got attached to them, and now it's a whole new crew. They seem nice, but it's going to take a while to get attached to them. So I need to move this back a little bit. So let's do 0.05 to the east. Okay, that's better. Now, looking at this, the building is not centered with the roof. What I might do, let's see, if I take all the ones that were added by duplicate, and let's see, if I move them point to north, will the triangle show through? It does. So if I do it 0.1 back, .1 south. Okay, it does not show through now. So that should mean that the ones that are not duplicate, I should be able to hide those, the original ones I copied from, and move those 0.1 north, no, south. And the triangle should not show through. Okay, good. And that's got my peak. So those are overlapped just perfectly. Don't have to put a railing up there now. So that's good. But my building itself is still not centered good. But I've got my roof fixed. So now I've got a new save. I'm done with the roof. Yay! Okay, so move this one up to get a new from difference. Reload, and let's do 0.1 north a couple of times until I can get it centered. And that's too far. South 1, so maybe 0.1 was enough. Actually, it's a little much. So let's do 0.05 south. And that's a little bit too much. Let's start doing 0.01s. 0.01 north. Okay, that looks better. And it's still hidden there. It's still hidden up under the tree. So, Miss Kian, what do you think of the house that I made using, so far, it's only using one item, 2 building blocks, and 180 books. Doesn't the roof look awesome? And those are all books. The books that have that weird edge to them. Which I will show you. There. That's what those are. The books that have that weird edge to them. And I just flipped them side by side so the triangles would go better together. Alternated them. So it has this part of the triangle is the same as this part, and they're just put together. And then that and that are the same. So I've got that done. Oh, I didn't make my railings. Let's see. Now, I should have. Okay, I've got my stair. Let's take my stair and we are going to rotate it 90 degrees. And we're gonna make it a scale of 3. I don't think that's max. I think it's actually 6. Yeah, it's gotta be 6. Actually, it might be more than 6. Okay, so that might not be big enough. Because I need it to go on both sides. Yeah, it doesn't go far enough across. So let's pick the stair up. Do I have let's see, dividers. There's a plain ash. That should work good. Plain ash tile. Yeah, see, that goes good in here. I like that. It's not quite big enough. Let's do this. Okay, so let's do this at 3.3. That should be big enough, I would think. Yeah, it looks like it goes all the way over, so that's good. Shouldn't stick out because it's got quite a big base on it. Yep, we're good. So I've got that done. Now copy another one. These are one of my favorite building blocks. The ash tiles. They're not as yellow as the other ash. Let's see. Ash tall. So, oops. That. It's quite yellow. it looks dirty at the top and bottom, which is fine. I like using it for that reason. But, you know, it kind of looks like it's water damaged. So it's good for piers and stuff like that. Basements. But this tile doesn't have that yellow in it, so I really like that. So I've got that one and this one. And I'm going to copy the larger one, paste it to the smaller, and I need to move it 6.6 to the west. Okay, and that shouldn't go through. Nope, it doesn't. Good. So now I've got that. Got the flooring in, so we're good there. The tree needs to move out a little bit. So let's do 0.1 north on the tree. There we go. That should be good. It's got a little bit of that showing now. Let's see if that helps. Barely showing inside. And that's fine. Good. Okay, so that is now in place. I should have some windows. If I can remember where they are. Because I want to see if those windows work. I could have sworn I had some windows. Let's do window. Okay, there's the decay window, but it has a person. It has that in there, and I don't want to use that because this is a square. Don't want to use the lucky streak. Those could work. They're in the bank. Okay, I am going to exit out. Might as well just go to Freeport because I can go to my scare dungeon. See if there's any windows without the person on them, the skeleton on them, that might work. If there's not, then I would go to my guild hall and get the other windows. Okay, and if the square autumnal windows don't work, then I can always use just misty tiles or something like that. So dungeon scare. Okay, in the meantime, I am going to take a quick break. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's see. Windows. I've got these, but I don't think those will work. And those are the ones I was talking about before. I grabbed a bunch of these. I love these windows. These are the windows from the ossuary of Malice, from the Altar of Malice expansion. These might be cool, because I plan on flipping them upside down. Those might work. So let's grab, I think there were 6 windows. Let's see. There's 4 of them. Let's grab 8 just to be sure. And I have some of the other windows in here, which I actually might be able to get away with just using some of these. Now, what's the window? I have the square window. I think that one's crafted. Let's see, square. Yeah, that one I think is crafted. Let's double check. Oops, if I can spell. Square, autumn. Yes, it is crafted. So I can try some of those, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab a few of these. And I might just grab a couple of the long ones too. Let's see, do I have any back here? I have some of those back here. Those are my extras that wouldn't fit on the front. And I'll just grab 4 of these just in case. Okay, let's exit out of here. Okay, so now I can go and do the crafting part. So into the house I go. Okay, it said I had some bank bag 7, slot 20. Let's see, 7, slot 20. I've got 6, that's good. Okay, so I've got those down there. Now I have these. And these. Let's move you over. And let's put some of these. So I've got those 4 windows I can choose from. Come on, zone in. And deco mode. Okay, so let's try this. Let's see, this one is this. Put this in like that. And let's see, rotate. Nope. Let's put it in and then roll it with the mouse wheel. Let's see, how does that look? It's gonna come through the bottom. Yeah, it comes through the bottom on both sides. Not sure how I feel about that. So let's pick you back up. What's this one? That is... That's the tall. That's the wide. And this is the square. Okay, the square default is pretty good. So let's see. Granite tall divider. Let's get you in here. Oops. And make you bigger. Sink you down. And let's actually do it from the outside maybe. Yep, so I can see where the lines are. Okay. So if I did it like that and sunk those in, of course it's not right. Okay. Let's look at it a little better. So we can get it a little bit more centered. That's close. I can always move it over with the layout editor. Okay, let's just shrink you down for now. So So I've got that. Of course, I'm going to flip it around. I like that. Now let's see. Because the back of this is different. These are squares on the sides, but the back of this one looks weird. Looks more rectangular, especially this one. So if I used a wide, how would this work? Oh, you know what it is? That board sticks out further on that side than this side. That's gonna look a little weird, I think. But there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Unless I just left the back open. I could do that. Or you know what? Why am I messing around with that when I could just do this? And scale of 3 and roll it 90. Okay, get this one in. Come on, go further in. Oop, had you. I could do that. Then that would also fix the top for me. How does the back look? Back looks good. I mean, I could bring it out more. I actually think I like that. So I've got that on the inside, which is good because that would be like perfect for shelves and stuff if I decide to do that. The top. I have those holes at the top. I could probably just use a railing to fill that in. This might be too big. See if I bring it down to where it's just going to edge to edge. There we go. I'm just doing this rough right now. I'll fix it with a layout editor. yeah, that would fit. And it ties in with this wood. So that could work. Let's see. Let's move this one and move this one. So I can work with those in the layout editor. Okay, so this one is not rotated, it's not pitched, it's not rolled. That's good. We want to rotate it 180. And then the railing should be a -90. Okay. So that one's sticking out now, so that's good. Don't need this anymore. Now let's bring this out some, I think. Not in, out. I don't know. Maybe like that. Still looks good on the inside. Yeah, I think that's good. Railing needs to go in some. Or out to the north some. So let's do 0.02 north. And let's do it again. There we go. Now it's all the way in there. And it's not poking out on this side. That's good. I like that. Okay, so let's complete this. And let's see. Square windows is what I'm using. What I finally decided on. Now that first one's at the default. So let's make these other ones smaller. So we can see the difference. Kian, did you see what I used to make this house, this structure? You know, it'll take you a moment to respond because of the delay, but if not, I wanted to show you what I used. If you've already seen it, no biggie. Let's see, let's get a save. Let's move this one and this one, and then all my windows. Because I want two of the windows in the same spot, and then I'll move two more down, and then two more down, and then move those three across. Okay, so railings largest, we will copy and paste you there. And let's see, default window, we will copy and paste you to all of these. And now let's sort them. These are all in the same spot. Those are all in the same spot. So one of these needs to go, let's try 5 south. Okay, 5 wasn't enough. Let's try one more. Might be like 1.5. Let's do 1.5 south. Yeah, it's more than 1.5. Let's try just the 0.5. If that's the case, it would make it 7 total south. And that looks like it's too far. It is. Let's see, 0.2 north. And this one's hidden. So this one needs hidden. So let's do 0.1 north. Okay, it's hidden there. That one's hidden, and that one's hidden. So we're good. Okay, so all of my windows are freaking out in the same spot. So now we need to keep 2 of those windows at the same location, and then move these 4. Let's move them 2 to the east, and then 2 more to the east. See if that works. No. So let's do 0.5 east and 0.5 east. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a little bit more. So let's do 0.05 east and 0.05 east. You see, that's a bit much. So 0.1 west and another 0.1 west. Ooh, I think I hit that one twice. We'll see. Okay, that's good. That's good. Looks good, yep. Okay, so now I need to take this one, and this one. We are going to change the rotation on those to zeros. Reselect. And we are going to move them 7 to the south. A little too far. Not that bad though. So let's do 0.1 north. And again. And a little bit more. So let's do 0.02 north. And there we go. So now I've got, let's put this one here. Because I'm thinking I want to use the talls here. So that's 1 scaled. Okay, And it's a little too big, so Shift Alt, scroll down and down. Oops. There we go. So if I do that, one, two down. Hard for me to see, but it looks like it's all the way up on both. Okay. And it's all the way over on both. Okay, so let's take this one and this one. And they're the same scale. Let's make sure they're at the same height. So that works. Apply that. And let's rotate them 180 so they're facing outward. Okay. Shouldn't need this anymore. Okay, so that's in there now. I do want them to come back though. So let's get a new save because I did move that one item. Okay, so let's do 0.3 and east. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm liking this. Let's see. If I did this, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not bad, but what about the other one? This might actually work better. Yeah, see, I'm thinking I like that one better. just needs to come down, I think. What does the inside look like? So if I can move it to where the inside lines up pretty good. There. And then just bring this one down. Okay, I did point to it might be too much. It is. And maybe it was fine to where it was. So 0.1 up. Yeah, it might actually have been fine where it was. Let's see if we can find out 0.09 up. There we go. Let's try 0.01 down just to be sure. Down. Down. Not seeing a gap. Okay, I think that's as far down as I can go with it. Okay, and all the leaves are falling the same way, so that's good. Oh, my floor is glitching. I didn't realize that. So let's just move it up a bit with the layout editor. 0.005 up. Okay, now it should not be glitching. It isn't. Even from a distance, it doesn't look like it's glitching, so that's good. I was thinking about putting a railing across here, but I think I'm fine with it the way it is. Okay, do I have any of those bookshelves on me? Is it bookcase? Large redwood bookcase. Yep, that's it. Okay, large redwood bookcases. Inventory bag 6. Good. 1. 2. And let's just do 3, I think. Having an idea. Okay, so basically, if I take this bookcase, let's raise it up, let's make it bigger, as big as this room. Oh, I was gonna flip it, but it's invisible on the bottoms. I don't like that. Grr. Okay, let's do a save. We'll save Neriak 5. So we should be good there. And let's raise you up. Let's bring the bookcase out here. And sink it down to there. If I do it right there, that other part's going to be hidden if I rotate it a bit, and that should hide that. So I can get rid of the tile completely if this works. Which is weird, it's at 90, but this bookcase is not exactly square. It's off a little bit. Okay, let's try negative 88. Oops, not 99. Negative 88. No, it's going the wrong way. So, negative 91. Too far. Negative 90.5. It's a little off, I think. Okay, negative 90.3. Okay, that's better. Now if I move it to the west, can I hide that? I can hide it, but the beams are gonna show, but that's okay. How's it look on the inside now? It's a lot of shelf. It is a lot of shelf. I mean, it'll be okay if I don't use any more of these, I think. And it really matches the wood perfectly. I mean, these posts match these posts completely. And this wood grain matches the wood grain of the tile and so on. And so it really fits. Even picks up some of the browns and some of the reds. Okay, I'm happy with it. I can leave it like it is. Need to grab my vendor. debating on a frame around the doorway, but I don't really think I need it. I don't think I need it, and I don't think I'm going to put in a door. There's no sense in putting in a door. But I do need to get my dollies. Oops, too big. Is that one on the bottom too big? Yep, little too big. Ugh, I'm hitting the drill. There we go. That should be good. This is one of my favorite ones. It's Happy Haunts. It just seems like it would be something you would hear at a theme park on a spooky ride. Okay, so that's the voodoo plushie. That's the raggedy sea tree plushie. And the zombie mystic doll. Okay, this one needs to be pitched down. And moved over and raised up. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can just rotate them. Because if I rotate them, you'll be able to see the nails better. The tacks. And I'm thinking I should be able to spare 4 of each. Let's see. Plushies. Actually, you know what? I finally found a use for these. I think all I need is 2. And she's a little big. And she's also a little sunk into the ground. So let's raise her up a tad. There we go. And her wings are hitting, so she needs to go up more than that. There we go. Let's move you into the center a bit more. That way your wings aren't going through the ceiling as much. Okay. And I should have some more dolls. Let's see. Zombie Mystic. And I will do a gap as if one has been sold on each of the shelves. Okay, do I have any more plushies? Let's see, that one's Raggedy Sea Tree and Voodoo. Let's just do plushie. I have tons of plushies. What does this one look like? He looks evil. He is in the bank. He's okay. He's a good one. And the Everfrost one is a good one. But Withered Lands, Corrupted Withered Lands plushie, he's an evil one. So he can go in here. Okay, so I need another Sea Tree plushie. So I can have one more Sea Tree plushie. And then 2 of the Fawn plushies, which are in the bank. So let's go get those. And we are almost done with the Haunted Doll Shop. Yay! Okay, let's go back to my scare dungeon. Come on. let's see, I should have all my dolls over here. Okay, I have a lot more of the voodoo dolls, and I have more of the zombie mystic dolls than anything, but I only need one more of those, so we're good. I'll have to remember to get more this year. Lots more this year. Okay, and I think that's a regular pro, yeah. All of these are regular pros. Okay, so those are good. I actually want some of these candles. Do I have? Yeah, I have some over here. Because I think those would be good in there. Just one on each side of it, I think would be fine. Maybe on the floor at the front. Okay, I think I'm done in here. Once I get back in there, I will show you what item it is. It is one item, and I got some just for this reason. I thought the item would be perfect for building rooms with windows. Okay, so what was I needing? I forget already. Okay, I've got that. Let's see, it was something in my... Oh yeah, it was the Corrupted Witherlands plushie in the bank. So let me go get those out of the bank. I only need 2. So I'm hoping I have 2. If not, they're probably buried on some alt that ran the events. Never put them in a dungeon, because I don't think I have any in the dungeon. Can't even remember what event it was. I think it was the Beaster. Let's see, bag 9, slot 39. 8, 9. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of these in here. That's Witherlands. That's Everfrost. I've got 10 of each. Let's see, I need 2. So let's put you down here, and you down here, and the candles down here. And I think that is all I need down there. Okay. Back inside. And once I get inside, I'll run over there and show you what the doll shop is made out of. Besides the windows, let's see, the windows and the bookcase and the candles and the shop wall itself, those are all items. But the rest of it's books and some building blocks. So overall, it's not bad for the building. Okay, let's... It is the Festival Caravan Cart. That is what that is made out of. That building is this. I've got a tree covering up one side of the legs because it's sunk down in the ground. I've got the rock on the path covering this little hump here that sticks above the path. And then on this wheel, that little hump on the top of the wheel, I've got some plants. So plants there, and the other parts there, and the trees covering up that part. And this is barely the edge of the top of the horse part. I don't know what you call that part where the horse goes here. So, and then I put a fake floor because I can't raise it up far enough to get to the bottom floor, which is fine because that's a kind of a odd color to be on there. I would have thought it would be more this color on there rather than that red, because that's almost a sumac. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the coloring of it, which is fine. But yeah, I could see people flipping this upside down and using this as the bottom and using this top part as a top, and maybe putting a having this part overlapping another piece and have this as one room, this is a hallway in the middle, and then the other part of the cart, the second cart, as another room. Might be cool. I mean, you'd have to hide the wheels, but I mean that could probably easily be done if you covered it with, let's say, some building blocks to make it look like a stone chimney on the outside, something like that. So let's get our final pieces in. Let's see, I've got my sea tree. I think this is the same. Yeah. And let's get our fawns in. Hey, not that kind of fawns. I think it was one up. Yep. Let's move you over a little bit. And we will move you over a bit. Give a gap in between to make it look like something was purchased. Or if we get something new for Knights of the Dead that I might want to add a new doll or something. And let's see, my candles. That's right. Candles. Let's put you... Uh-oh. I hate that. Okay. Let's put you over in the corner here. Make you bigger. And same thing over in this corner. And are they floating? Huh, they weren't floating. That's cool. Okay, so I need a shop sign. I need a shop sign right there. Do I have anything that would be good for a shop sign? Oh, I've got green candles too. I forgot about the green candles. Those can go in the potion shop. I will probably put these over at the window. In between both windows, maybe. And put them up on a table. I still have to get the potions and poisons in this shop. I'm just trying to think of what I want to use, but I'm thinking it's going to be like bamboo. Some of the Wantia stuff, maybe? Let's see. Wantia. That's not bamboo. That's not bamboo. That one is, I think. Nope, that one's not. Let's see, bamboo stool. I could use that, stack a few of them up and make potion cabinets. And this part could be potion cabinet. It's already got the little handle thingy right there. So yeah, this would work, the Wantia stuff. So let's see. Let's examine that one. So we have that one over there. And examine this one. Those I will need. I will need to make those. I like those candles in there. I like them. They look good. I still need something for the sign. I need something for the sign there. Don't know what to use for a doll shop sign. What do we have as far as signs that might could work? Let's see, sign. Nothing really to do, just the regular Neriak sign, but this one doesn't have a sign yet, but it's gonna go right there. This one I wanted to have an actual sign up here. I will have to think of something for the sign. I can't think of anything right now that would work good for a sign for that. These get small. That gets pretty small. Wonder if that can be sunk in there. Nut roll.